as far as the market is concerned, exit poll results surely have pumped up Dalal Street. Sensex is up by 2,000 points in pre-opening and Nifty is up by 800 points in pre-opening. Now, we spoke to one of the experts, Akash Jindal, who says this is a positive sign. The market is showing confidence in the exit poll numbers that have given a thumping majority, a clear majority to NDA. We have market expert Sharat Kohli joining us on the broadcast. Sharat Kohli, experts did say that the markets are expected to do good, to rally strong in trade at the back of the exit polls. And we are seeing a reflection of that right now.
Undoubtedly, but the investors need to be careful, especially the short-term ones, because the profit booking in market is very common and it comes very frequently. I think this is a very good market now for long-term investors. Modi government's third-term vision is very clear. It's focused on growth, whether it is infrastructure, whether it is defense, whether it is FMCG, whether it is construction, real estate, renewable energy. I think these are some of the sectors which they should be looking at. But the current rally was always expected once the exit polls came. But there could be profit booking because at the higher levels, the selling does come. But a very paradigm shift which is now going to happen is that in the month of May, we found 25,000 crore worth of stocks being sold by FPIs. And they have been persistently selling for the last 4 or 5 months. And especially prior to the exit polls, it's been very, very volatile. So we might see FPIs coming back to the market, which will further propel. So I think it's a very good opportunity for people looking to invest in the market, people looking to participate in the market. They should look for dips. But as a market expert, I would like to suggest that you should invest by way of SIP. And when I say SIP, I do not mean mutual funds. Mutual funds, of course, yes. But SIP is a method of investment where you do systematic investment, which is if you have to invest, say, 1 lakh rupees, you invest in every week, every fortnight, every month, whatever period you choose to decide.
Right. That's a great tip for the long-term investors. Mr. Kohli, thank you very much for joining us. We have Akash Jindal back with us on the broadcast. Akash Jindal, just ahead of the elections, we saw that the entire market remained under stress. It was, of course, influenced by uncertainty surrounding the election. But once exit poll numbers were out, the confidence is back. And Sharat Kohli was giving great tips about investing in the format of SIPs.
Yeah, see, the confidence is definitely back. Because, see, markets are directly dependent on economy. And this is what I've been predicting since yesterday. And the economy now would be performing very well because we have seen, market and investors have seen a track record of 5 years where economy has performed very well under Mr. Modi and BJP government. See, we have become the fastest growing economy amongst bigger economies, perhaps. And plus, we have become the 5th biggest economy. GST collection for the month of April, 210,000 crore gross GST collection, and many other achievements. See, there are many other achievements of the economy. 2022 online transactions of India were the highest. We are moving towards 5G. We are moving towards rupee becoming a global currency. Manufacturing also, India is growing. The theme which Mr. Modi and BJP has given us. So I think clearly markets and investors, whether they are domestic, whether they are global, they are clearly having a lot of belief in Modi government and BJP government because they have performed. They have run the economy very well. See, let me tell you, the entire world is going through a slowdown. The best thing is that during a slowdown, when economies like America, China, Japan, Germany are witnessing a clear slowdown, still Indian economy is performing. Just 2 days ago, we had the data for GDP growth. And let me inform your viewers, GDP growth for 2024 has been 8.2%, which is much, much higher than all the 4 economies which are bigger than us, America, China, Japan, and Germany. So India is clearly progressing and the reform measures Modi government has taken are clearly performing. Plus also because China has slowed down, there's expected to be a lot of foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio investment into India.
Some tips and hints came from the Prime Minister himself and the Home Minister as well. In some of their interviews, they did tell people कि तुरंत सरकार बनने के बाद हम बड़े काम करने वाले हैं. Home Minister Amit Shah, in fact, also told people 4 जून से पहले invest कर लो. And these are some stocks, whether you talk about the infrastructure sector, railways, some stocks that people really have been very interested in?
See, clearly, I think Modi 3.0, there are going to be lot reforms. Lot reforms are going to happen. Plus, because the exit polls are showing very good numbers, so this government would definitely work with much more conviction. See, we have to see, in the past 5 years, the government has set itself on a track. The government is trying to make India a manufacturing economy. Atmanirbhar Bharat, make in India. That's how we are seeing defense exports, a lot of defense export, a lot of mobile export. Now, I think with China going down, this government is not going to let this opportunity go. So I think a huge manufacturing boom is something which is expected in India. And that would also fulfill the requirement of jobs, because once a lot of FDI comes in, a huge manufacturing boom takes place.
Right.
What would happen is a lot of jobs would be generated. Plus,
Absolutely.
there would be increments also in the jobs. So
Right. Most of the sectors are also going to be impacted by the policies of the government. Stay on with us, Mr. Jindal. We have Siddharth Salian of the Bandhan Bank joining us. Your first reaction on how the market is responding?
That's quite expected. In the sense, India generally the macroeconomic factors had been pretty strong. Of late, we have seen rating agencies talking more positively about India. If we think about corporate performances, generally corporate performances is good. Now, if the exit poll results come true, that will mean that political stability also getting reinsured, as well as policy continuity will be there. So, as a whole, it's not surprising that the market is reacting favorably.
Right. Like Mr. Jindal pointed out, GDP growth data is a big positive. Of course, India is the 5th largest stock market in the world. How do you see the foreign funds react to this, their behavior?
In case of foreign funds, there are a lot of positives that has taken place of late. In terms of the macro factors, we have seen growth remaining strong, inflation coming under control, fiscal deficit coming down, external sector balances looking good, and credit sovereign rating is improving. So all these factors are very clearly positive for generally for foreign funds. I think now if the political uncertainty related box gets wiped off, then it should be a generally quite positive period for foreign funds. Of late, we need to remember also that there has been that fixed income market bond index inclusion also for India, which was an expectation for a very long time. So the flows can actually be in the form of both equity and debt, and as a whole mutually reinforcing.
What is your tip for both short-term and long-term investors today?
Oh, well, I think at this moment, the only thing one can say that while there will be a lot of exuberance in the market, if someone sticks to quality and sticks to fundamentals, I think that's the best advice one can give at this particular moment. Not to go with too much of exuberance, because as it is, there is quite a bit of positivity around, and one should not be too greedy and just stick to better fundamentals.
All right, Mr. Siddharth Sanyal, thank you very much for joining us with your perspective. We have Manikam Tagore joining us as well. Manikam Tagore, I'm sure you heard the market expert, and they believe that this is a reflection of the strong numbers of the exit polls given to NDA. What do you think?
Same kind of market surge was there in 2004 also, before when the India Shining campaign failed in 2004. And it regained in 2004 when Dr. Manmohan Singh and Matrix Singh Ahluwalia and Mr. Chidambaram took over as the finance minister and the pre-planning commission. So this market thing is it's only for a few days. We all hope that the real numbers will be out tomorrow, and we hope that the real leadership and India's path to growth will also continue in a bigger way in the India alliance in the coming years also.
So you're saying when the results come and the INDI bloc has anticipated that they are getting 295 plus, you believe the surge will continue in the market?
There will be first, there will be some kind of people who will be upset also, because they are now, I'm just telling about you in 2004, you missed that opportunity. You don't mention that 2004 model. When 2004, when elections were to happen, when elections were coming to a conclusion and results has to come, the same kind of market was reacting. Therefore, it's the historical pattern. India has reacted like this. India's market has reacted like this. And it will happen this time also in 2024.
All right. Mr. Tagore, thank you very much for joining us. Akash Jindal continues to be with us on the broadcast. Do you agree with Manikam Tagore that this is a pattern, a historical trend that the market follows ahead of the results and after exit poll projections?
See, markets always work on perceptions. Now, exit poll, of course, is a perception. It's a research by the agencies that they believe that BJP and NDA are going to come to power. And see, markets do work on perceptions. And one thing more, since almost all exit polls, I think all exit polls which I have seen, they are showing it one direction. So one tends to believe that perhaps the results are going to follow it. Though, of course, we have to wait and watch for the results. But what I want to further say, the belief of my organization, akashjindal.in, is if tomorrow the results are same as the exit poll, I think markets may go further. Plus, there may be further rosy days for
Mr. Jindal, very quickly, if you can tell me, had the exit poll results been in favor of INDI, do you think this surge would have been witnessed today?
Well, I do have respect for INDIA and its leaders. I have high respect for them. But see, markets have already seen performance of Modi governments. Markets and investors, they always believe on something which they have seen. They have already seen 5 years, golden years of Modi government. We had Russia-Ukraine war, when entire world slowed down. But India,
and the most important factor is stability that impacts the market. Thank you very much, Mr. Jindal, for joining us with your expert views.